Hey guys, Billy Davidson here with Davidson Pressure Washing Painting, Hammond, Louisiana. I hope you all are having a great week as we are too. Tomorrow we'll be bidding a bunch of jobs, and actually this afternoon, over the next couple of days, we'll be bidding about 19, putting out 19 quotes. So we're real excited about that. And then this weekend we have a booked up schedule. So I wanted to talk about a couple of things that could bring in a tremendous amount of money to your power washing business, to your exterior cleaning business. And these are free to do. These are things I have done in the past. This stuff I've implemented over many years of doing this. They're free to do, and they are extremely powerful way to add to your pressure washing business. Even early on, right now, like in a week or so, we're gonna be in March. If you kind of look at the bird migration patterns, which I have over the years, I'm not an expert at it by any means, but if you kind of watch those bird migration patterns, sometimes it'll let you know if we're going to have an early start for spring. And it looks like we are down here in the South. And what I mean by the South is basically from about Arkansas, Tennessee, maybe South Carolina, that area, all the way down into, obviously Florida, Louisiana. It looks like we're going to have an early start. Now, that doesn't mean we might end up with a false start on spring, and that's what I'm kind of predicting. So what I mean by that, I think we're going to have 2 or 3 weeks of very fair, nice spring-like weather, and then all of a sudden we're going to probably get hit with another cold front or two and some rain. But during that 2 or 3, 21 day, sometimes it goes anywhere from about 12 to 22, 23 day period where sometimes you have that very early fall start in spring. You can get a lot done during that time. And these two things that I'm going to talk about today, I know the last video went about an hour long, and unfortunately I don't have the time to do that today, but one of them is really sneaky to do. And we're going to talk about that last. It's very sneaky to do. I hope none of my clients don't run across this video, because they're going to know what I've been up to for all these years. But one of them is really sneaky to do, and it is super duper effective. It's free to do, and I mean, you can do it from probably the phone that you're watching me on right here. So we'll talk about that last. The first one, what I want to talk about is going to be really important to do during this false start of springtime that we're going to have. Like I said, it might run 2 to 3 weeks, and then we get hit with some more cold weather. Now, your springtime down here in the South, it's going to start here around March. Now, yours may start in early April, especially if you're on up in the Kentucky, Ohio area, even out to Virginia area and up the eastern seaboard. You're probably going to your springtime may start around April, and there again, y'all may have a fall start too. And you could put this there and, just implement this in there as well. So what we're going to talk about, the importance of getting an early start to your springtime cleaning. And even if we are having a fall start to springtime, how important it is for you to go ahead and get in there, because a lot of times I've seen guys want to wait until the weather's absolutely perfect, everything's over with, everything's in bloom, and at this point you're starting late. Your competition is weeks ahead of you. So if you are listening to this and you have all your equipment broke down, go ahead and start putting it back together. Get ready, because I believe we're going to have an early start to spring. And what this could do for you, let's say if you can get an early start, and you jump in there and make $15,000, $20,000, $25,000, $30,000, maybe in that month period of time, before you would even really say that your season has begun, if you could make that kind of money, bring it into your business. What does that mean for your business? What does it mean for your family? Maybe some past dues. Maybe you've been waiting to upgrade that soft wash pump, or get some new marketing material. That early start could get that money into your bank account and give you a little comfort zone, sleep better at night, knowing that when the season does begin, you got that little cushion. So I always preach to guys, as soon as the weather is ready to go, you start jumping on it, and don't wait. A lot of guys, like I said, want to wait until all the winter is gone. Not us. We want to get an early start. So, like I said, we're going to talk about the sneaky thing last. The first thing that I do want to talk about is can bring in tens of thousands of dollars to your power washing business, free to do, and it's easy to do. It's really easy, as they say, low-hanging fruit, and it is playground equipment. Now, let me start out by saying those playground equipment, oftentimes it doesn't pay very much. You know, you can offer this service for $99 where you go in and sanitize it. And just stick with me and follow me here for a second. So this is what I do. I approach a daycare. It may be a school, a private school. We got tons of private schools all over. Private schools, they can cut you a check right out of the office. Also religious schools, anywhere where you might see playground equipment. Approach them with a flyer. Have your flyer. It doesn't have to be a $10 flyer. It can be just something simple, maybe in color, with a logo at the top. I'm not going to show you my flyer because it's kind of what we do, but we have some playground equipment at the top, and we put playground equipment sanitization starting at wherever your price point wants to be, $99. I have seen them do them for $79. And this is not a moneymaker deal, not yet. So, and then you want to go in and explain. Go do your research, explain how you're going to clean it, what you're going to use on it, and the level of sanitation that you're going to provide for that playground equipment, and how safe the chemical is that you use. We all know it's going to be bleach, so you want to put that in there that is rinsed properly. Let it it's going to be allowed to dry. Also, you're going to check the playground equipment for any damage and provide them with a damage report, whether it's loose boards, swing falling apart. It's not that you're going to go in there and fix it. It's just something you notice, quick email. Hey, the playground equipment's clean. This is, we noticed a couple hazards. The swing's coming loose. Or there's a board loose on top. The slide has got jiggled loose over the wintertime. And let them repair it. But at least you made them aware of. This is kind of like a playground audit. You're going to go in there and clean it, do a quick safety check, and provide them with that. Now, what this does, like I said, it's not a moneymaker, even if you're doing it at $159 for playground equipment, or if you're doing it $99 per piece, because some schools or daycares or even campuses or hospitals, or sometimes HOAs have playground equipment. So this is a real good way to get your foot in the door, and you be very, very professional about it when you give them that flyer, whether you're walking into the office or you're mailing it to the HOA. And what this does, also on that flyer, somewhere at the bottom, you want to mention that you do other services provided by Davidson Pressure Washer Painting, roof cleaning, concrete cleaning. If you're doing window cleaning, in our case, parking lot striping. If a daycare has playground equipment, most times they have a parking lot too that needs power washed and striped. The roof has got debris on it from the wintertime, the gutters. You can go on and on, list all your surfaces, and then at the bottom, for a free estimate, please call. And now they got this whole sheet in their hand. Oftentimes, they probably not gonna go with everything. They're gonna say, okay, we can get the playground equipment checked out and cleaned up for, let's say, a couple $100 for everything. Like I said, it's not a moneymaker, but it gets your foot in the door. It gets you in the HOA. It gets you, especially HOAs. Sometimes I'll do the playground equipment in HOA for free, just so I can get in the neighborhood, get through the gate. And a lot of times that gets us, I can't even, over the years, I'm afraid to say how much money I made off it. Probably enough money to buy a house with it, just over the last 10 years. So it's a real important way to do this, to get your foot in the door. I know a lot of the guys talk about how can they break into an HOA, how can they break into a facility, and a lot of times this is the key to getting in there. And right now is the time to do it, because we're coming out of the winter time, hopefully, and springtime, weather's good. Guess what? The kids have been, cooped up indoors all winter time, and their first thing they want to do is run to the playground. And unfortunately, if that playground hasn't been maintained, there's ants out there. So that'd be something else that you could put in your little audit report, safety report that you create after cleaning it. There's wasp nests, there's spider webs. If you have children, if you got babies at home, you would probably definitely appreciate some company coming there, cleaning up your daycare's playground equipment, getting all the big bad spiders out of there and the bees and everything, the ants. And so this is a good thing, and also is good publicity. If you are doing playground equipment, please, by all means, take pictures before and after. Boost some videos off of Facebook into the area where you are cleaning that playground equipment. have you guys do it, stand back, 60, 70 feet with your phone and just pan around, get the corner store in there, kind of make it the video to where they at least know where you at, because you're going to be boosting that video into that area. You're not going to boost it 30 miles from there, because people in that area drive by that location all the time and they see that you worked at this playground or this HOA or this private school or religious school to do the playground. So once you do that, oftentimes you've created a relationship with those people, and they're gonna have you back every year to do it, sometimes several times a year to do it, especially during flu season and all of that. During the pollen season, you go in and wash all that pollen off of these playground equipments. And oftentimes the playground equipment has that rubber coating all around. That can be soft washed with a mild SH, you don't put nothing strong on it. And just make it look real good and cleaned up. And then you can really start pounding them away. Hey, looks like the facility needs cleaned up. Looks like the roof, gutters, so on and so forth. So take that and try it out and let me know how it works. Leave some comments below, text me. I'll leave my number at the end of the video. I love to hear some success stories and see how this worked out. But now is the time to get this started. Don't delay. I would do it today. I would start as soon as you see this video. If you have, if you got time, go ahead and make you a flyer. Get you at the top of that flyer, maybe a logo, that playground equipment, and that's really catchy, eye-catchy. Maybe with a yellow slide and make it in color. And those copies can probably cost you about 25 cents each, but they can make you thousands of dollars each one if you do it right. So a second thing I want to talk about is the sneaky thing. Now this goes a little deep, and I don't know, I may get some feedback on this that's not so positive, but this is what I do, and I'm an expert at promoting myself. So I've been doing it for a long time. So this is what I do on Facebook. Like I said, this is kind of sneaky little psychology, a little bit of psychology in here as well. So on Facebook, not your business page, but your private name. Of course, Billy Davidson. I have a Billy Davidson page, just friends and family on it. But this is the sneaky part. Also, I have a Davidson pressure washing painting page, and it does its thing over there. But my personal page is also, like I said, friends and family. But every now and then, what I'll do, I will try to find out the most prominent real estate agent in my area, and it changes. Oftentimes you got 5 or 6 real estate agents in your area that are high volume agents. Not the agency, but the agent, the single person, whether it's man or woman, their personal Facebook page. Let's say you have a Remax Realty in your area, and Mr. John Doe is the top real estate agent in your area. And a lot of times you can tell that by seeing how many signs he has. If you're driving around and you see a lot of for sale signs by, let's say, Remax or whoever else is in your area, and you see this name all the time, and this guy must be or woman must be a really high volume agent. What you want to do is go on Facebook, find them, and friend them. And I promise you, about 99% of the time, they will accept your friend request, because they may think that you are a potential client to sell or buy a home from them in the future. So real estate agents usually have tons of friends on there that are also in a real estate business, and potential clients as well, or past clients, present, future clients. So what you do, you're going to friend that person, and you want to get maybe 10 or 15 real estate agents on your friend page. Now, this is the sneaky part. You want to take your Facebook page, and I can't believe I'm telling this, make your friends list private. That way, if they do some research on you, they can't quite tell what you up to. And what you can do, you can make posts that are specifically designed for that real estate agent, and you can block everyone else out from that post, and they don't really know it. It just pops up in their feed. So give you an example of this. What I've done before, I got I would say somewhere about 20 or 30 real estate agents in my area from from one side of the state to the other, the high volumes. And what I do mostly commercial real estate agents. So I do have some residentials, but those residentials are for in the high, expensive areas where you got the big homes that are like 8 to 10,000 square feet. When we go do a home in there, we are also looking for what real estate agents are prominent in there. So we friend them on Facebook. Like I said, we get commercial and residential. And then what I'll do is I'll create a before and after picture of a commercial property. If I'm gonna target my commercial real estate agents or do it on a residential, one of those high-end big mansions, I'll put before and after picture or a video, and I can only select them for it to show up. You can deselect everyone else. It's a little time consuming, but you deselect everyone else and that just shows up to your real estate agent. Now, what does that mean? That means when they're scrolling through Facebook at some point, they will run across your little thing. And don't, kind of make it generic, like we do pressure washing, we do parking lot striping, residential or commercial for your property today, and then call to action, put your number in there. And a lot of times as they scrolling, they'll take screenshots of it. I have had them share it too. And that's amazing when they share it. Because then they are sharing it on their page. And like I just mentioned before, a lot of their Facebook friends are real estate people that's in the business, selling and buying real estate, and also investors, past, present, and future clients of theirs as well. So that real estate agent is a real powerful way to get in there. It's a little bit sneaky. Now, also, you can approach these real estate agents at their office, but sometimes, you walk in the front door. How many times we've done that? Walked in the front door, there's a little person sitting behind the desk answering phones, and you hand them your flyer or your business card, and oftentimes you never hear anything else. It never gets to the agents. Those agents are out in the field doing their thing. I have also asked the girl at the office there if she could scan my business card and email it to everyone in the group. And sometimes they will, sometimes they'll say they will, and then they don't. So that's all you can do, But doing this Facebook thing, like I said, it's kind of sneaky, but it really, really works. And you can thank me for it later. Once you start implementing this, I want you to call, text, or leave a comment on this video. Come back and find this video. It might be back down in the list because I'm adding videos to this all the time. I want you to comment and let everybody know how it worked. You don't have to say what area you're in. Just say, hey, this worked, or, it didn't work, but I tweaked it and it worked a little bit better by doing something different. Let me know. Give me some feedback on it. Really, really enjoy reading those comments. And look, if y'all like this content I'm putting out, subscribe to this channel, because what's going to happen, there's oftentimes I'll put stuff out, and if you're not subscribed to it, you'll never be notified. You won't get it, but your competition will. And, if you want to be on an even playing field and get this, especially if you're new in the business and this is something that you hadn't run across. So anyway, like, subscribe, comment on these videos. Let me know if I'm getting to y'all. If you need to get in touch with me personally, my phone number is 985-345-0778. I'm Billy Davidson, the owner of Davidson Pressure Washer Painting, and I appreciate y'all, and we'll talk soon.